shower. Neato.
Yes, son. Don't you think these are nice? Son, can you stop dropping things on the floor?
Oh.
Stop! Oh, no. If you open it, we have to buy it. Stop, son, stop! Can you not touch that? Okay. No, son. Okay, stop. Can you stop touching things? See what happens when you touch things? They fall, and then we have to pay for them.
You can drink out of this mug. Not my mug.
Okay, let's not put that in your mouth. Can you just not touch things and put things in your mouth? How about a football? Do you want a football pillow?
Football. Woo!
Son, see what happens when you throw those? Oh my goodness. Can you please pick this up? Can you?
This goes.
Okay, I'm asking you that's a little and just, what else would you like? Oh my gosh. Son, stop putting stuff on the floor. Why won't he just listen to me?
Why do I have to listen? She makes everything terrible.
So Omar, was this your experience growing up, where you felt like your parents were always telling you what to do and trying to take away your freedom?
No, not really. I just got a belt to the butt. Was that something you struggled with?
Oh yeah. I thought my mom was always just trying to control me and take away my fun. It seemed like she never let me do what I wanted to do. She just didn't understand what it was like to be young. One thing I never realized about my parents is that they were once teenagers also, and they had the same struggles with their parents that I had with mine. So they understand what it's like to be young. It's been 8 years since I moved out and finally became an adult and had my own place and no more rules. And I'm starting to realize that my parents knew what they were doing and they were just trying to protect me. So Omar, does God have anything to say about this?
Yes, he does. It's actually in his top 10 in the 10 Commandments. He tells us that it's a practical thing to do and it's the right thing to do. So it'll give you a better quality of life, it'll be a longer life, and it'll put a smile on God's face because you're doing what pleases God. And I think that's our ultimate goal, is to please Jesus. You know, Jesus says, if you love me, if you love Jesus, you're going to obey him, you're going to follow his commandments. And by obeying our parents, you're obeying Jesus. And we're not doing it out of fear or because we're scared of God, or, you know, if we don't do it, God's going to do something bad to us. But we're doing it because we love Jesus and we want to follow him, and we want to please him, and we want to do what's right in his eyes.
So what happens if we don't obey our parents?
Yeah, there's a verse in Proverbs, the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 17, that talks about the ravens of the valley will come down, will pick out the eyes of the disobedient youth, and the young eagles will eat them.
That's pretty harsh.
Mm-hmm.
I never did what my parents told me to do. And no ravens ever plucked my eyes out. I still got them. Are you sure this is for real?
Yeah, it's for real. It happened to my nephew after football practice last week.
Wow. I guess I was pretty fortunate then. I guess we really should obey our parents so we don't have to worry about ravens plucking our eyes out.
What if our parents tell us to go steal something or go break the law or something like that?
That's a great question, Omar. Well, the Bible has an answer for that also. It says that we are to obey God rather than man. Or woman, in this case of your mother. So if my mom asked me to go beat up some old lady that's walking down the street and to steal her purse, I'm thinking probably shouldn't do it, because that's definitely something God does not want us to do. Even though my mom says, go beat up the old lady, we need to obey God. God gives us some basic commandments in the Bible, and anything that our parents tell us to do should not contradict those.
Okay. So following Jesus means we're obeying him. And one of the things that Jesus wants us to do is obey our parents. And we want to make Jesus happy, because we don't want ravens coming after us.